Welcome back, all my regular viewers. I've got an interesting request for you. Dave Takes It On has always said that I try things out for myself and find out what works and what doesn't. But recently it seems I've broken that rule. Over the last few months I've made a variety of videos that I hoped and believe you would enjoy or find interesting. And the growth of the channel seems to show that I've got something right. Newer viewers have commented that they like the channel, the style, the approach. I've noticed an improvement in video production and audio quality recently. Others have enjoyed the personalised music that Jonas has written for the outro of some of the videos, while a few others have asked me to remove it. I do try to read all the comments, or as many as I can. They are getting quite large in number, and often my regular viewers beat me to it. They've already answered the particular comment perfectly correctly before I get round to reading it. Well, as the channel has grown, we also have grown. We're getting more experience using our cameras and noticed a real lack of being able to walk and talk and get good audio, good enough to add to a video. Well, this we tackled by buying new wireless mics. A little bit more on them later, but a full review video is in production using our own experiences out on the road. And shaky footage is almost a thing of the past, as we've added gimbals to nearly all footage, and the improvement, to us, looks huge. Again, I will explain a bit more shortly, but they also will be in that video review. Jonas and I sat down and tried to make watching our videos easier to watch. With over 4,000 subscribers, we noticed that some of our videos only get 1,000 or so views. And we came up with the thought that not everyone enjoys exactly the same videos that others enjoy. So we set up our own schedule. That's the format for our channel as from 1st of November. Many thanks to those who spotted an improvement and commented. We designated Monday to be launch day for videos about public EV charging locations, where they are, the facilities, the chargers, and the drive to them. Tuesday is all other matters to do with EV charging, public chargers, home chargers, best tariffs, especially slower, fast charging, where, when, how much. Wednesday, we've designated Tech Night, with a far more in-depth look at specific topics, equipment, batteries, chargers, the grid. Thursday is now our regular community day, where we'll make a special effort to keep in touch with viewers, tackle issues that arrive from those comments that might not fit into a regular slot, like do, for example, Q&A. Friday is a news roundup, news items from around the world and at home. Well, Saturday, we're dedicating to all things ice. No matter what we want or hope, they are going to be around for quite some time yet, so they're well worth keeping an eye on, particularly as it is highly likely that the introduction of EVs is likely to transform our transport system, both short and long term. And Sunday is all things EV, and again will be a longer video concentrating on a specific new topic each week to do with EVs. But we never asked you, the viewers. We guessed what you would like, but never went out there and asked you what you wanted. That's not really like me. So while Jonas and I believe that we will reach more people by having a set topic each night, allowing viewers to pick and choose which of our videos to watch, we might not. So over to you. I'm throwing open the comment section to ask you what you want. Jonas and I will read them all. Anything you want us to cover, tell us. If you only want to watch one type of our videos, which type is it? And do you want more of it? It's your opportunity to tell us what you actually want. And don't worry if you have negative comments. We get them. What you don't want to watch can be as important to us as what you do want to watch. I have a regular, really healthy comment sections, and many names come up regularly. Some are quite blunt and disagree with much of what I say. Thank you, Jemima, Keith Denton, Michael Stanley. We may not agree, but I'll always listen. Others very complimentary. Thanks, Philip Taylor, Jay Wolf, Joe Wolf, and Mike Bailey. Thanks for your support. Others, a little bit more enigmatic. Yeah, you, Mr. Mawson. But it's great to hear from you all. I've no idea where this will end up, but it is important that we continue to make videos that are popular and you enjoy or find informative. I really look forward to the comments. Also, I will say that we're attracting more financial support from viewers. YouTube algorithm helps us to reach a wider audience, and subscribing scores highly on that algorithm. But so do the likes and the comments. Beyond that, YouTube not yet providing an income that would allow us to go further afield and tackle subjects that we just could not afford to try right now. And that's where Patreon and YouTube's thanks and super thanks come in. While still in the early days, we are seeing a very positive response to some or many of our videos. We now have a few Patreon members and have received quite a few thanks, all of which I personally reply to, and we will be adding their names to future videos in the form of shout-outs, just to thank them directly and publicly. Thank you, we really need you. Watch out for your names. On the question of music or no music, I will point out that Jonas is a really good musician and songwriter, and has written 2 short songs that we've used in a few videos. If the popular opinion is that we should have music, maybe unobtrusive music in the background on our videos, or a nice intro song and an outro song, then maybe we set up a challenge for him by suggesting topics or ideas or events where he has to write a song just for that. I face a challenge every day, thinking up the ideas for my videos. There's no reason he shouldn't have his own challenge. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Well, for those interested, I write all the scripts and have a studio set up for making the videos that I appear in. I decide the topic, the style, the duration and the tone. So that's all down to me. I take the idea and the script and record it all myself. I then put together the components in DaVinci Resolve video software and make the final video. I upload that video to YouTube as a finished video in the private section. Nobody else can see it apart from Jonas. He takes over, works out the title, description, the thumbnail, when to launch it, and also looks for any faults or mistakes I've made during it. When he's happy, he sends it to me, the thumbnail for my comments. Well, we work well together. He doesn't write my scripts. I don't design his thumbnails or titles. However, we do both offer genuine comments about each other's efforts, sometimes quite harsh. On more than one occasion, he has asked me not to release a video which I'd made, which I subsequently did abandon. And I have done the same with his thumbnails, with many of them requiring last-second changes. Recently, to relieve my workload in trying to come up with and film a fresh new video every day, he has begun to take over some of the video editing. I still shoot most of the video, but on the few journeys out that we have together, he now also films, so you'll see more of me in the videos on location. I do the camera appearance or voiceover, but then Jonas assembles the finest video from the footage that we shot. It's quite weird when he changes the title I give it and introduces a new thumbnail. I sometimes have no idea which video it is until I actually begin to play it. Well, this collaboration, it is working really nicely. Well, as part of his music degree, Jonas studied sound engineering and has driven the upgrade of the microphones we use. In the studio, all can be easily controlled, but out on the road, it is much more difficult. We finally decided on the DJI wireless mics. They come as a pair of wireless mics and a single receiver. I previously used the Rode Go wireless mic, but found that it had a very short range indeed and a poor battery life. Often I wandered off, it cut out or ran out of battery. Well, DJI mics have a range of nearly 250 metres, and if I go that far, you probably won't even be able to see me. And the battery life is up to about 15 hours, staggering. It also allows us to use smartphones. The quality of the cameras on modern smartphones is amazing. In fact, you'd be surprised just how many TV adverts are shot partly on an iPhone or similar. The DJI mics allow connection of the receiver via the USB socket or the Lightning socket on the smartphone, meaning we can now get studio quality audio out on the road. Well, if only the traffic would stop for a few minutes while we film. For quick shots, background footage, smartphones are perfect, while primary footage is still usually filmed on much larger cinema cameras. Massive sensor sizes, much greater dynamic range, and filming in RAW, which gives far greater control of the final video look. I'm hoping you notice a difference, as Jonas seems to be getting much better quality out of the RAW footage than I can. Oh well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I struggle on. Anyway, I think that's almost enough for now, but just one last thought. When I bumped into Richard, an MG4 driver and one of my regular commenters at Trentham Gardens Supercharger recently, I learned an awful lot from him. As a Tesla driver, I obviously know far less about non-Tesla EVs, and I don't guess. Chatting with him for about half an hour was amazingly informative. I am considering announcing the time and location of one of my future video filming sessions out with Jonas and welcoming any viewers who live or are nearby to turn up with their EVs and spend a little bit of time telling me about their own cars and their experiences. Well, preferably on film, but for the shy, just for my information. Let me know if anyone would actually be interested in turning up. Well, please leave your comments as usual on the topics, themes and video shoot. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave.